Hey everybody, welcome back. Man, what did it take to get this one back to my house? This is an international exclusive from Benchmade. It's the 535BK-2001. Now that means to me there might be a 2002 and so on coming this year. That excites me. So this one, look at those colors. Let's take a look at what you get in the box first. You get your microfiber cleaning cloth bag. You get your access paperwork, a little bit of care and maintenance guide, as well as warranty information. Let's put that off to the side. Now this one I picked up from one of the Benchmade international dealers, so shout out to them. Thank you very much for that. We'll straighten out my little logo here, and let's look at the knife. Now this is an international exclusive, which means Benchmade makes these exclusively for their international knife dealers, and they place the orders and send them out. I've talked to a couple of you guys that have one, and you're loving it. True bug out fashion. This one's red and black all over. It's a win. It's a home run. Now we've already seen the blue one, and I have to give some credit to my guy Slicey Dicey, who said, if we had a blue and black version, if they would have came out with that, similar to what they did with this Osborne, holy cow. The original 535 in like a black blade or an updated blue with, oof. But this one hits it for me. So if you've never seen a Benchmade Bugout, we'll do some quick stats on this one. We'll weigh it up just to make sure it didn't gain any weight when it went international and came back, because sometimes when you're on travel, you put on a few pounds. So maybe a little bit, half an ounce or something it may have put on. But standard, FRN Grivery here on the scales. Some nice texturing. You got the mini deep pocket carry clip. You got a Cerakoted S30V blade. Nice slicey grind on this one. You have a black coated hardware all the way from the axis to your pivot. And you got your red thumb studs. Shout out to the red thumb studs. And then red barrel spacers. So you've seen those on some of the other knives that they put out recently, similar to what they've done with the Mini Freak. They have some red accents on those. I'm digging that. That's pretty cool stuff. So good job, Benchmade. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below if red's your style, or I'd like to see kind of this come back, in fold. Let's do some orange and black combos. Black hardware, black blade. Those color combos seem to work really well. So, yeah, so let's get into it a little bit. Like I said, this one's an international exclusive from Benchmade. Has kind of your red scales, red thumb studs, all that good stuff. Blade length. Standard 3.24 inches. International version 8.2 centimeters. Overall length is 7.46 inches or 18.8 centimeters. Close length 4.2 inches or 10.7 centimeters. So very slim, fits in the pocket. These bugouts are fantastic. So weight on it is 1.85 ounces. Let's double check that weight because, like I said, travel sometimes. I know for me, you go on vacation, a little travel, you're not going to worry about your weight too much. So let's make sure it didn't put on any weight. There we go, 1.87. So put on a little smidge, 2/100 of an ounce. That's okay. We'll forgive it. So let's see. And then closed, 10.7 centimeters, if I didn't cover that already. I think I did. The weight, 1.87 or 1.85 ounces. It's about 61 grams. Cost on this one. Now, this one's going to be a little more expensive because you are buying it international. So, by the time it ships over there and ships back, I'm seeing them from about $190 to $200 or so in U.S. Currency. A little bit more depending on which dealer you go with, but I have seen a couple pop up on eBay, but they were about the $225 to $240 range. Very much a cool one. So Benchmade, if you're watching this, if you see this, make a production one of this, Make a production one of this one, and definitely make a production one of this one right here. So had to get that quick plug in there. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. We'll do a couple size comparisons here just because if you haven't seen the Benchmade Bugout, and I also want to do a comparison in regards to a similar one that they did with, and I took the Darn it, I took the thumb studs off of this one. So there are some standard thumb studs on this one right now, so I do apologize. It's not how it came from Knife Center, but you can see the Battle Wash version. And let's do a quick comparison to how those scales look. That was the most important comparison to me. So that's kind of your Battle Wash version of the Bugout that came out last year. We'll do a comparison back here. So similar barrel spacers. I don't see much color difference in those at all. And then of course they all have the mini deep pocket carry clip, etc. So that one's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now let's look at one more Bugout that I constructed. And this is out of the 535 GRY-1. Originally came with these scales being kind of your tan OD green color stock from Benchmade. I went ahead and took those off, used a little bit of RIT dye. Synthetic Racing Red is the color I used, and just quickly put them in there. So you can see the international version is more of a brighter red, whereas this one stock, doing it over the tan scales, comes out a little darker, a little more crimson red. So that's kind of a red comparison for you. Hopefully that's a good explanation of it, but I'm really digging this red one right here. Man, it's just all the exciting stuff. So just what it takes to get it back in the U.S. is the only thing. But that's okay. That's half the challenge, right? That's half the fun and the excitement. So anyways, like I said, this is the international exclusive Benchmade Bugout, the 535 BK-2001. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all your continued support. Let me know of any comments or questions down below. Do something kind for someone this week. I'll see you next time. Take care.